Up to this day, it's one of the biggest massacres still in history, because no other war compares to like the death toll and just that big amount of like numbers and casualties. And after that, after the King Philip's War, the colony that those pilgrims had made, which is the Plymouth colony, was never really able to regain its stability. So they were never able to be economically successful. But what they did accomplish was chain migration. So people in England heard about people settling in Plymouth and around Plymouth, and then they decided that they themselves wanted to migrate. So this is where the chain migration began. Many people began to travel from England back to Massachusetts. And in the span of, I believe, 2 years, 3 ships by the name of like Little Anne and 2 other names that I can't recall, they ended up coming over and settling. And it until the year 1692, that's kind of like when Plymouth was no longer existed. It was part of what would at the time be Massachusetts Bay Colony, which had completely swallowed up Plymouth, and that became one of the leading and most economically successful colonies. And Boston was actually their capital. Now, after that, that colony and neighboring colonies still faced tension with the natives. But like we all know, modern day U.S. history, the natives continued to be pushed out, continued to be killed, continued to lose land, with more and more immigrants coming from England. And they never really regained any of that, just because of their disadvantage, because of the weapons that weren't comparable to those of the Europeans. And the kind of work that they did there was like what the initial plan was, to make money and to trade off of the natural resources that were available there. And by the time that happened, which was the late 1600s already, they had already gotten very familiar with the environments. They knew where to hunt, and they knew where to fish. So they became pretty successful. And that is the story of one of the first migrating groups, or that's how the Pilgrims got here.